What's up, y'all? Welcome back. We got to talk about how nobody wants to have children anymore. We got to talk about it because now we're about to have a society that doesn't want to bring another generation of children into this world. They find no interest in conceiving a child. Meanwhile, it's people out here that actually are desperate to have a child. We got to talk about how society is normalizing no longer having children. We got to talk about it. And they glorifying the single life with no children. Single with no kids. So I came across the video early this morning, and it was a news clip. And in the news clip, they're talking about how the rate for Americans not having children is very high. And they're offering up $5,000 baby bonuses if you have a child. Now, I'm going to tell you where I see the wrong at. Where I see the wrong at is, come on now. You're offering $5,000 for people to have children. So I must question, why are you so desperate, though, for people to have children? Now, that's very questionable. That is very questionable. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different reasons why they're this desperate for people to have children. What do y'all have planned up y'all sleeves? Number one. Number two, I just look at it as a money grab. Because the minute that you're born into this world, you are just a number to their system that they created. And you are walking digits, like literally. You're worth a lot to them. So I feel like without more children being born, less money. You know, that's another way how I look at it. But why are y'all so desperate for Americans to have children and you're offering $5,000 baby bonuses? What type of sick It's like, oh, here's $5,000. Just get pregnant. Have a child. Come on. These are the same people that hate kids, that eat kids, that kill kids. These the same evil, wicked people. But you gotta ask, hold on now, why are you so desperate for me to have a child to the point where you're gonna pay me $5,000? $5,000 honestly is not even enough to cover the hospital bill. $5,000 is probably not enough to cover each and every doctor's appointment I'm gonna have to go to. $5,000 ain't but a slap in the face. Okay? $5,000 is you booking a flight to Florida and staying down there for 3 days doing nothing. That's $5,000 out the window. $5,000 will not cover the cost. You don't even know, boy. I would have to get Pampers from 0 all the way to pull-up sizes, which is a 4T, 5T. $5,000 is not enough to cover their whole entire lives, because 18 ain't it. They're gonna be my child forever. What's $5,000 gonna do? Why are y'all offering baby bonuses? Okay, now that's where I see the weird part about it and the wrong part in this situation. But then on the other side, the citizens of America have spoken. And the things that they saying in the comment section, and the things that they're normalizing, and the things that they say is getting glorified from other people that agree with them. And as I'm reading it, I understand that everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but why are you normalizing not having kids at 35, never going to have kids? You're focused on your career. You don't want a man. You don't want to be married. This is crazy. Nobody wants to be married. No, and then you know what they're saying? They're saying, blame the United States of America for everything that they have put us through and everything that they are doing. No one wants to have a kid in this messed up ass country. This is what they're saying. And trust me, I understand. I get it. I understand that, this world is messed up. I understand. And I understand people might be upset with me for my opinion. You got your opinion. Your opinion is you feel like you don't never want to have kids. You're never going to get married because this country is messed up. And you don't want to bring a child into this world. That's your opinion. My opinion, on the other hand, is, I seriously don't understand why is this becoming normalized. Because just a couple years ago, everybody was comfortable and everybody was okay having children, even when they smacked us with COVID. So just because airplanes is flying and crashing down out of the sky and everything is skyrocketing and the prices is going up on things, that makes you feel like you don't want to have a kid anymore. So what makes you feel like you don't want to have a kid anymore is the prices that's skyrocketing, and you want to be able to be able to afford to buy your child something. No one is saying that they don't want to have kids because they have health issues. They're not using that. They're saying that it is because the prices is skyrocketing and airplanes is falling out of the sky. As if this world hasn't already been crashing down in the first place. When they smacked us with COVID, everybody was still having kids then. Hell, honestly, I was pregnant at the time. 2020 was the baby booming year. Everybody was pregnant, okay? Everybody, all the women was pregnant. Shit, the animals was pregnant. Everybody was pregnant. I'm just telling the truth. It was a lot of babies being born in the year 2020 when COVID was happening. And then the year after, 2021, and then just recently, 2023, it was so many babies being born. But all of a sudden, when the planes start crashing and the prices start going up extremely high, everyone is afraid. Everyone is afraid. You want to know why y'all afraid? Majority of y'all is afraid because it's ruining your image. The image that you created for the social media world to see, for the world to see, it's no longer in existence. And you hate that. Because you had a point to prove to the world. Don't sit here and try to use the fact that, oh, the planes is crashing. Let's be honest, a lot of y'all are just fearful. Y'all just scared. A lot of y'all just got a lot of fear in y'all heart, but y'all be the main one talking about how y'all not afraid of anything. You can't even get on a plane no more because you afraid that it's going to crash. Power within the tongue. Y'all can't even answer me this. Since when did it become normal to not want to be married and have children? Since when did it become normal? I understand what we are up against. I understand that this is my opinion. I understand what we're up against, and I understand that the world is ending. The world has been in the ending phase for a long time. Why nobody said, "Oh, I don't want to have kids no more," because of why nobody said, "Oh, I don't want to have kids no more," because of the music industry and Hollywood and what they're introducing to our children. Why is no one saying that? What the biggest things, the most relevant things, no one is saying that they don't want to have children for that reason. But you don't want to have children because of the tariffs that's been put in place. You don't want to have children because you can't afford. Let's be 100. It's your image. Your image is crumbling. And you want to be able to afford to get your child whatever your child wants. And you want to be able to prove that to the social media world. But you can't do that because you only have enough for yourself. Because most of y'all are selfish. That's the truth. That's why y'all don't want kids. Y'all don't want kids because y'all can't control them. Y'all don't want kids because you don't want to take the time out to raise a child up. You feel like it's too much for you. You already going through enough because this world is just, oh man, all this stuff is happening. But you're a part of the problem though. Y'all don't want to have kids because y'all are too lazy to raise them. Look at how these kids is messed up in the head nowadays. And all these parents just doing is just sitting back like this. I don't want to have kids no more. I'm done having kids. I raised my kids. I mean, you ain't raised them. Either the streets raised them or the TV raised them or social media raised them. Or the school system raised them. You didn't even put forth that effort to raise them. All you do is nag and yell at them every single day and put them down and don't believe in them. But y'all sitting up here talking about y'all don't want to have kids. Of course you don't. Stop trying to blame the world and what's going on. That's not the real reason. Yes, some of y'all is terrified and some of y'all is just scary as hell and y'all just don't want to have kids for that reason. Okay? I totally understand. But another thing I want to say with that too is what happened to these are the main people that say they believe in God. Christian like, church going. You believe in God, right? If you believed in God, where is your faith right now? And you the main one up here talking about how you don't want to have kids no more. You don't want to have kids. Where's your faith in God? Don't you have faith? Don't you know that if you carry a child in your womb, don't you got faith to know that if you carry a child in your womb, that child is going to be good? That child is going to be good because you are going to take really good care of the baby while it's developing in your womb. And the Most High God, He's going to help you. He's going to make sure that your child is born very healthy. I had 6 healthy children. I had 2 rough pregnancies and they still came out healthy. Healthy children. I made sure that they were healthy. No health issues, thank God. Nothing. Perfectly healthy. All 6 of them. And I thank God every day. I had faith the whole entire pregnancies. All of those pregnancies, I had faith. Even when my son was born premature, I had faith that he was gonna push through it. And he pushed through within 2 weeks. Premature baby. Born 8 weeks early. I prayed over him, but I had faith. I knew he was gonna pull through. Extremely fast. Extremely fast recovery. Strong. Strong little boy. I healed fast from the C-section scar. And by the way, it was an emergency C-section, you know. But through all of that, y'all, through all of everything that I've been through, even with DCFS, all of that, through all of that, I'm not sitting here talking about how I don't never want to have kids again. I done been through a lot with having children. And even the situation that I'm in right now. You don't see me up here talking about, oh, I'll never have another kid ever again. I don't want kids. I'm done. Listen, God gave us the reproductive organs as women. Unfortunately, not all women can bear a child, unfortunately. But to those that can bear a child, he gave us the reproductive organs to bring a human being into this world. And a lot of women, they have that ability and they don't want to take advantage of it. Because I'm going to be 100 with you. Majority of the women in today's time is nothing but a bunch of selfish Jezebels that don't even raise their own kids, don't even want to raise their own kids. You sitting up here talking about 42, not married, never want to get married, and I got 2 adult children and I ain't never having no more. So, I mean, I can see if you went through menopause, you going through menopause or whatever. Yeah, it's okay. That's different. Obviously, you can't bear a child. And I am not, in no shape, form, or fashion, influencing anyone if they don't want to or forcing it on anyone if they don't want to. But I just need somebody to help me understand, why is this being normalized, though? And it wasn't like this a couple years ago. Why is everybody giving up? Everybody's giving up on making a family. Everybody's giving up. Everybody's so quick to give up. But y'all didn't give up when COVID happened. Y'all ain't give up then. Y'all was popping them babies out back to back. Because I was pregnant around the same time. So, ain't nobody give up then. But y'all, see, the thing is, y'all have been asleep for a very long time. You've been asleep. Because all this stuff been going on. All this stuff been going on. All this chaos and all of that, it's been going on. It's just getting worse as the years go on. And unfortunately, some of y'all just now waking up and realizing that. And now you're using the first moment that you wake up and see like, oh snap, all of this stuff is really happening. Where have I been? I don't want to have no kids. That's the first thing you say. The first thing you say. So ask yourself this. You say you don't want to have no kids. Obviously, we know you don't want to have no kids and stuff like that because the world is messed up. What about you, though? What about you? If you afraid for your futuristic potential future child that you could have had, right? If you afraid for their lives and you afraid that they ain't gonna live through all of this, what about you? Do you not have faith in yourself that you gonna live through all of this? Because a lot of y'all sound like y'all just ready to give up. That's the truth. A lot of y'all just sound like y'all just about ready to just throw the towel in because it's just too much for you to bear. And you can't believe it's even happening. So the first thing you say is, I don't want to have no kids. I'm not finna get married. All I want to say is, can somebody please help me understand what's going on? Why is no one wanting to bear a child anymore, bring a child into this world, and get married? Somebody help me understand. Because I already knew that the world was in it a long time ago. It was in the phase. All right? It's been in that phase for a long time. But I just want to know. Nevertheless, wake them folks up.